Hi everyone, and welcome to Tiffany and Pen, a space for creatives who want to build productivity and wellness in their creative endeavors. My name is Tiffany Johnson. I am a journalist, a writer, a published children's book author. I also work as the Associate Director of Marketing for an arts nonprofit, and I am completing my graduate degree, getting my MBA, and I will be done with that in the spring. So needless to say, I have a lot to balance, and I'm sure that like me, balancing your own creative pursuits with those day-to-day obligations can sometimes be a challenge. My hope for this platform is that I can share ways to help increase productivity in those creative areas of your life, something that I've struggled with myself, so that you can share those gifts with the world, so that you can enjoy doing the things that you're gifted in, as well as maintain balance and wellness in your day-to-day life. So today, I'm really excited to be sharing with you the 3 non-negotiables that I've created for myself for 2026 to help me make sure that I'm working on my creative projects. I can say that I've already made progress on a myriad of projects that I have made 0 progress on in the last 3 years. I hope that you find what I share useful, and also that you apply them to your own projects, the things that you're working on, those projects that are in your heart but you haven't been able to actually work on or make time for. I hope this video helps you to find viable ways to make progress on your creative endeavors, all of them. And so we are going to get into it right now. So at the beginning of the year, I created 3 non-negotiables for myself that would help me to make sure I'm making progress on projects that I haven't touched, I haven't seen, I haven't even deeply thought about for years. I decided this year is enough. I believe that we are gifted by God on purpose, whether you are a writer, whether you are a singer, musician, a filmmaker, and those projects that we have and that we hold in our heart are meant to be developed and are ultimately meant to be shared with the world. But that can never happen if we're not making any progress. And yes, we have our daily obligations, we have our jobs, we have our schooling, we have our families, and those things are never gonna go away. And it is so important that we show up for all of those things. But at the same time, it's important that we work on and that we are sowing the gifts that we have. And that is a larger conversation for another time. It's making me think about the parable of the talents. What you're given, you are obligated to sow. And so today we're just going to talk about how can we crack open that door and start making some progress and being productive. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the 3 non-negotiables. So my first non-negotiable has to do specifically with my writing. Right now I have 4 core projects that have been sitting in draft mode, that have been sitting in my heart, and I unfortunately have not been writing at all. 2 of these projects are works of fiction. One is a youth novel and one is an adult novel. Not that kind of adult novel, just a novel geared towards adults. And the other works are 2 plays. And so the first non-negotiable that I created was to write for at least 5 minutes per day. I chose this non-negotiable because it is feasible. It is not too much. 5 minutes fly by like nothing. It's just a matter of opening up your draft, opening up your notebook, opening up a blank document, and writing whatever comes to mind. Maybe it's writing an outline. Maybe it is making corrections on a draft that is already there, but working on that piece for 5 minutes. And what I found is that most of the time, that 5 minutes is going to increase to 10, it's going to increase to 30, it might even increase to more than an hour, but that 5 minutes forces you to create an opportunity to be productive on that specific work. Because I currently have 4 writing projects that have been stagnant, I've also created kind of a rule. I cannot work on one project 2 days in a row unless I have written for at least 5 minutes on each of my other projects. Again, I'm making myself make progress on each of the projects, even if it's just for 5 minutes before starting the cycle over. In 2026, on the 6th day, I'm really proud to say that I have made progress on each one of those projects. It has increased my vision for each of those stories, and this is something that I have not been able to do for years. And so, however this rule might apply for you, maybe it's 5 minutes working on songwriting or 5 minutes practicing an instrument, I really would encourage you to somehow implement this 5-minute rule. I believe that you will see great leaps in your productivity, even from this little baby step. The next non-negotiable that I'm going to share with you has to do with my video sharing, both in expanding my brand as well as my music. I remember asking myself a question not too long ago. How can you call yourself a musician if you're not sharing your music? How can you call yourself a writer if you're not writing? It's incredibly oxymoronic, and we want to get out of this space. The truth of the matter is, you might be a writer, you might be a filmmaker, but if you're not practicing it, that's very strange, and it's hard to be yourself, and it's hard to present yourself in those giftings if you're not doing it. So the second non-negotiable is to share 2 videos per week. One is for my brand, Tiffany and Pen, hi, and the other is for my music. I haven't posted my music and I don't know how long, and it is just time for that to stop. And so as we are still in the first week of the year, this is the very first video that I'm posting, and there will be a video of my music that is also shared this week, but that is my second non-negotiable. So for you, if you're working on any type of media or sharing, maybe they're blog posts, maybe you're working on an influencer strategy, create a non-negotiable that makes you post within a certain amount of time. Make sure that it's feasible. Make sure that you are not overexerting yourself, because again, this is about balancing both productivity and wellness in your creative endeavors. So the final non-negotiable is simply to start every day with God. I love thinking about the fact that God gifted us on purpose for a purpose. He wants us to share our gifts. He wants to develop our gifts in us, but He can't do that if we're not practicing, if we're not producing. And so I believe that part of starting the day with God allows Him to give us direction, to give us peace, to give us strategy on how to move forward in the giftings that He gave us. And I've just found in my life that it is a brilliant way to level set at the beginning of each day. He says His mercies renew every day. To make a point to connect with God first thing in the morning and to give Him that first part of your day is so critical to being successful, to maintaining wellness, to maintaining peace, as well as to supporting your productivity, not only in your creative endeavors, but in all of the areas of your life. And that's all that I have to share with you today. So thank you for joining me for my very, very first video. I hope that this helps you and inspires you when it comes to whatever it is that you're working on. I hope it helps you to see that it is possible to be productive and to make progress on things that you maybe haven't even worked on for some time and now you want to. I think that there is a reason for that. I also hope that this helps you to think about ways to be both productive, but also be well, not stressed out, not overburdened. That is not what we are aiming for. So if you are inspired or if this helped, please let me know. I hope that you follow, and I hope to see you again next time for the next Tiffany and Pen podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you all again soon. Until next time.